The first Superman comic is coming to the blockchain tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, is it worth missing? No. Hell no, don't miss this. This is crazy. And if you can get one, your downside risk is so low, but your upside could be absolutely huge. Welcome to the Crypto Rain channel. I'm your host, Jay Rain. If you like money in crypto and you're looking for a seasoned investor's take on the crypto market, join the Rainmaker family. We do have a Telegram link below. You can join for free. Do note, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a crypto investor myself, and I've been an investor for 25 years now, in crypto just for 5 years. It will sometimes say sponsored content. This isn't specifically a sponsored video, but we do have a strategic partnership with OneChain, and they give us their token, to give away at our Friday live streams. Shout out to our Patreon members. We also have a private Discord, and that only our Patreon members get access to, and I interact very frequently there. As well as you can find me through the Telegram group. Now, make it rain on that like button and strap in for the show. Let me share with you, I'm an investor. Why do I take time to cover digital collectibles? Well, I'm an investor and I can cover return on investment. So why would I be covering kid stuff? Well, because kid stuff can do quite freaking amazing. A recent private sale of a first edition Superman comic sold for $5.3 million. And it wasn't even in as good a condition as another one that someone else has. So this new idea that's coming about because of blockchain, of comics on the blockchain, verifiable comics on the blockchain. And, well, though we don't know that prices for these will fetch millions of dollars in the future, and that has not been proven yet. But if we wait until it is proven, well, then to get one of those, we'll have to pay those really, really high prices. So as an investor, I invest in things that aren't proven, and I wait for them to prove themselves. Does that make sense? I invested in the first blockchain game to have land on the blockchain. And though it was a frustrating long, about 22 months after that, before it did anything, I put about 4,100 into it. This game was called Axie Infinity. I know you know what Axie Infinity is now, but you did not back then, unless, well, you followed my channel in the early days. But in the very early days, well, I didn't have any videos for you to follow. So I was just an investor myself and didn't have a YouTube channel talking about it. I was just investing in things that I thought had a good chance to do well. And it made sense to me that a game doing a land sale on the blockchain could have a chance to do extremely well. Now, if I had waited to sell at the top, it topped out from 4,100. The top would have been about $12 million. Well, I sold it 100x and did really get great returns. And it even went even higher. Why? Because my theory that that type of thing could do really, really well was correct. So I did cover in recent history this project where DC had partnered with Palm NFT Studios, and they had done some cool things, including BatCows NFTs. And let me share with you. So here we got the BatCows NFTs, and I covered this. I did buy 6 of these myself. And for buying those, I got a lot of cool stuff. And I know media audience members also bought the BatCows NFTs. And so it has taken us on a journey that's been pretty cool so far. For owning the BatCows, we've been dropped all kinds of cool stuff. So I ended up getting a Harley Quinn. This is the first Harley Quinn comic, and you can buy the commons of these for pretty cheap right now on the marketplace. We'll show that in a minute. Got all these different things for the different BatCows I hold. We don't fully know what these are about yet. Was able to get a little present from Harley Quinn that then I opened up and got this rare version of it. Some of the BatCows comic NFT. So This is the first Batman comic book on the blockchain that I'm aware of. Also, some of these other things. So lots of cool things for participating in the BatCows. And actually, I covered this free airdrop that came before. And the values on these aren't bad, especially since they were free. Well, what we're seeing here, and this is what, when we interviewed Matt Mason from Palm NFT Studios, that DC is very serious about their relationship with Palm NFT Studios. And they are releasing these comics through Palm NFT Studios. And we didn't really know that that was going to happen. And now we know, kind of like when Marvel released their comics through Vivi last June or July, I covered those. And if you remember, or you were around back then, Marvel #1 released, and it was selling for $7. And if you were lucky, you got like a secret rare or an ultra rare or a rare, but you might have got a common. And a bunch of people were disappointed, and they were dumping those commons for like $3. Well, when VV collectibles and comics absolutely took off this past January, those comics topped out at like $800 or $900 a piece, and I had been scooping them up for $3 a piece. Why? Is Marvel #1 comic on the blockchain. It made sense to me. So that brings us to what we're really talking about today, which is the first Superman comic on the blockchain. And this is a really big deal, in my opinion. And it releases tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific. Do not miss this. You would be crazy to miss this, because there's only going to be 3,000, and they're $10. $10. I just don't see how you can lose if you get one of those for $10. Your probable potential to flip it immediately, I would imagine, is somewhere between $80 to $300 that you could sell it for immediately. And the long-term value, it's hard to say for sure, but I suspect the long-term value of it is going to be quite substantial, especially since we see that Palm NFT Studios is really getting involved in the DC digital comics. And if this continues to be the venue that DC releases all their comic books through, and they've gone so far as to make a digital reader, so you have to own the NFT to be able to read that comic, I suspect this is going to do very well. Now you can see this Harley Quinn #1 that dropped to the owners that owned one of these. So you basically had to at least have one BatCow in your account. And if you had over one BatCow, they dropped you a box that you could mint, a little gift from Harley Quinn, as you opened up that. So I got a rare one of these, and so then they gave me the corresponding rare version of this, which is, it was free. So this is going for $20, even though it was free, and this is going for $22, and that's just the price right now. Remember that Marvel comic #1 on Vivi dropped down to $3 on the marketplace initially, before it then took off, because a lot of people don't have patience. So where could these go? Well, much higher. This is the first Harley Quinn comic. See, here is, I think this is the common version right here, going for $12, and I think that's a steal. There's this Batman comic. The lowest one right now is going for $95. And so the Legacy Cal #1, which involved the decisions that we were able to participate in and vote on as far as how we felt that should go. So this comic you're able to get, look at that #1 there. Yeah, so this adventure has been, and journey has been quite fun so far, and quite lucrative for those that decided they wanted to get a BatCow too. I picked up 6. Sometimes I wish I had bought, often I wish I'd bought a lot more than that. You were limited to 5 a day, I think, and you had a certain window. So as we got close to that window, I already had one. I bought 5 more and was limited on how many more I could buy. All right. So that's where the comics are. You can sort by so we can look at the actual comic. So I think this is the common. This is the cheapest one. No, this is the cheapest one. And it will tell us, okay, this is the common one here. Unlocks exclusive access to the comic in the DC3 reader, right? So Here we're looking at the uncommon version, which the floor is a little bit higher. So the number of owners, 8,900. So the common, the number of owners is 13,000. So even this is more limited than like the Marvel number 1 was. Let's see the BatCow. Let's go back and clear this. Let's see about... I'm curious as to... I wonder if I put comic in. Well, so what I'm curious about is the total number of these. Okay, let's look at the total number of owners. It's not telling us the total number of editions, but the total number of owners is 6,600. So that's a pretty limited one as well. Then you have the Superman coming out, that there's only 3,000 total editions, and there will be different rarities, much as we see on this Harley Quinn. So let's go back and show this. So you've got, I think this is the, common, uncommon. Oh, here we go. No. So this is the rare, and that's going for $10. Somebody just dropped that price down. This is the common, this is the uncommon, and then they have this legendary version, which less than 1% are this legendary. So that equates to the secret rare. I think there's another version. Here it is. And this is epic. So essentially they have 5 different versions. I imagine they will have 5 different versions of this Superman number 1. So don't miss this. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific, it's a place to be. Look, will this do well? I suspect it's got much better chances than average. And I always try to pull the trigger on those ones because so much in the investing space, it's risky, right? So there's always some risk that nothing will happen and that you could lose your investment. Otherwise, there would be no upside if there was no risk at all. But these things where, gosh, their initial drop price is so cheap, I can't imagine passing this up, right? So take advantage of it. Thanks for joining us. I know the general market is slow right now. There's been a lot of exciting stuff happening on Palm NFT Studios and some of these comics coming out. This kind of caught everyone by surprise. Don't be fooled that just because the market is low that things won't turn around. Just like last summer, the market was in a big funk, June and July, and yet things did turn around for those that took advantage of the prices on Marvel number 1s going for like $3 and scooped up a whole bunch. Well, they did exceptionally well. Spider-Man number 1s, those that bought those for $3 and $4 and $5 did exceptionally well. I imagine some of these comics that are the first DCs to release, they have a bright future. Do you know that this market will turn around? When it does, well, then that's when all the money comes in. And it's a really exciting place to be, especially if you picked up a lot of things while the prices have been low. Thank you so much, everyone. This wrap is for all of you. You know what this is about. See you soon.
Into the space, chasing all of the gains, chasing the pumps and all of the hype trains. But like in life, shit bad before you could. Was told to buy when it was pouring like a rainmaker should. I buy when it's down, don't chase the boats that I miss. Cause I always make the time in mind. I take the one out cause I'm patient like that. And I'll wait for the right time. I sell when it's high, I buy when it's low. They call me rich, they call me smart. I'm just a rainmaker running the show. Calculated investments, I don't leave with my heart. The principles are simple, they're leaving a mark. Buy when it's boring, just gotta be smart. I sell when it's hype, like all the channels they pump it. That's when I was selling, got parabolic and dump it. They call me rich, they call me smart. I'm a rainmaker, making my own start. I'm with the future, learning the past. Makes the time fly by, years going so fast. The game plan is mine, I'll own it now. When I reach the top, haters asking me how. Cause I'm a rainmaker, investments I love. And I follow what I learn, not relying on luck. Time is never better, the time like the present. This next 5 years is a gift and it's feeling like heaven. I'm committed to learn, studying to know that nothing comes easy, but with knowledge the game show. Sticking out this road, cause soon will come a bear market. Learning and growing, and when it's slow will be the target. They say it's come out, Bitcoin is dead. The massive decreases can get to your head. Sticking around, the time is better. Strong like that, I'll let the others be fretters. 2 years time, the ball will bring back the gains. That makes it worth the effort, cause here comes the rain. So let's go rainmakers, let's make it all happen. They go with the hate, they the haters be crapping. I'm here for 5 years, let's do this together. The time is right, the time could be better. They call me rich, they call me smart. I'm a rainmaker, making my own start. I'm with the future, learning the past. Making time fly by, years going so fast. The game plan is mine, I'll own it now. When I reach the top, haters asking me how. Cause I'm a rainmaker, investments I love. And I follow what I learn, not relying on luck. Haters be hating, the time to slow down. Addressing what they say when I'm wearing my crown. They're chasing green candles like someone who was new. I got a vision that was bigger, helping me to push through. I'm still human and sometimes it is rough, and that's what makes me special, simply I stay tough. Cause I'm a rainmaker, investments I love. And I follow what I learn, not relying on luck.